Fine.
Yeah,
Are you Muslim?
I'm with you.
Sorry, say that again.
Yes, I'm a Muslim.
Okay. Do
I'm
you
a
want
Muslim.
do you want to share why are you Muslim?
Yes, I'm a Muslim by inheritance. I become a Muslim by inheritance.
Something else?
Are you with
Something.
me?
Well, that's not like a good reason to be a
You said,
follower.
why
You
am
should.
I a Muslim? I said, I'm a Muslim by inheritance.
Yeah, can you give me something else? For example, why did you choose to stay a Muslim as an adult? Did you
Okay,
read Quran? Did you love Muhammad? Did you believe in
okay,
Quran?
okay. Yes, and, as I told you, apart from being inheritance, I read so many books. After
So,
reading such books, finally, I believe in God.
okay, give
After
me the
believing
name of
in
these
God,
books,
I
please.
believe
Give me three titles of these books.
okay, one Quran, two Bible, three there's a book.
Non-religious books.
Okay, Gulliver's Travel. Is it? Are you okay with that?
Yeah, I'm listening.
I read Gulliver's Travel. I read the this. I'm old enough to remember all these things. I read them about 30 or 40 years back. Uh, the Roots. You know the Roots. The book, The Roots. Hence, you said not religious books.
Okay, and you came to the conclusion
Okay,
that
what?
Islam is the source of truth?
I believe that Islam is a best religion one can rely on. According to the Quran, according to Islamic books, that Muhammad is the seal of prophets. And any other question?
Um, yeah. Why are you a Muslim again?
By reading and believing there is God, and according to the Quran, God said Muhammad is the prophet. He was sent to the mankind to preach, and all other prophets preached before him. So far, he's the last and the seal prophet.
Okay.
That's why we believe in Islam.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mohammed. I appreciate you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Can I ask a question here
Yeah.
from Mr. Mohammed?
Thank you, Mohammed. I don't get. I did not. I got nothing to say.
Okay, okay. So I'm not.
Jen D. Are you Muslim?
No, I'm not Muslim, but I lived in a Muslim country, and I have read Quran, Ahadith, and everything. It's in our syllabus, so I know very much about Islam. And now I'm not in that country now due to you know what they done to the. Us kind of people who are living in their country, so I have left the country, so that's why now I'm speaking freely. So my point here, I listened to your live many times, and there are many people who are coming and who are claiming different kind of claims. We are very peaceful, we are very like respectful, and these kind of things. But if you see, some days back in Pakistan, they are trying to kill a woman on her
Unalive.
dress.
Use the word
Yeah,
unalive, please.
sorry. I'm sorry. They are trying to unalive a woman, and what was his mistake? She is wearing a dress like you are wearing a hoodie right now, and in I think you are from Arab culture, na? So if from your Arab culture, if on your dress it was written beautiful, so you beautiful in Arabic, so it was written like a halwa. Am I right? So halwa, it was a Kuwaiti brand, and they that was written halwa.
I saw the video. I saw the videos.
Yeah.
To summarize it, there was a woman in a
So
restaurant or a coffee shop in Pakistan. Her dress has some Arabic writings, and a
halwa.
lot of people thought that it is Quran, that she is wearing a dress
Yeah.
that has,
Yeah.
and they were about to attack her.
Analyze her.
Police came. Only after the police came, they saved her. And then I
And when
saw when they took the dress to the Muslim mullah to read, and the reading was just saying, "Life is beautiful."
And you know what they have done? They put the complaint against that lady, because what was the purpose? They said that one is the sin of Allah, and one is sin for Allah, and she have done sin for Allah. She didn't sin to Allah, but she did sin for Allah. Do you even think about their
What do you
mentality?
mean? What do you mean, sin for Allah?
That is the same confusion what we have when when they say this. They're saying one sin. Okay, like I'm a person, and if I saying lie, I am sinning to Allah. But if I'm saying lie or in a room, that is I'm sinning to Allah, like this. If she is wearing the dress, she is not doing sin, but she is doing the sin which was contacted with the Allah. So she is doing the sin which was directly contacted with the Allah,
That's the
because
most
Allah.
stupid thing I ever heard.
Exactly. You
I
can
would.
take the video. You can take the video and translate from any Indian or Pakistani, and first they will laugh, and then they will tell you the video. If you say, I will send it to you in your inbox also. And so this incident happened. The main thing is not this incident. After on 8th of
I would.
March,
I would just like to ask something to Jendi. Like Jendi, how comes that no Christian in that like it's only the Islamic religion and the Islam followers that like perpetrate like those acts of violences? Like you only see these. Like you kind of you never see a Christian like blowing himself for
that,
like
that
Christ, like. And how can you call this a religion of peace? First question. Second
I
question.
will answer one.
Hold on, brother. Hold on. I'm trying to save you here, because
He's not a Muslim, by the way. He's not a Muslim.
no, he's not. Oh,
I will
no,
tell you, brother.
yeah.
Sorry, I'm interrupting you. The person who saved that girl life before the
Mm.
police arrived is a Christian person who is whose shop she was hiding inside, and he was selling the burgers, and he was a very poor man. And now that person is getting that threats that you saved that woman, and you do sin like that. Now they are against that person.
Yeah, no,
So
that's sadly, that's miserable. Like, I think this is disgusting, and it shows the true nature, true colors of the Islamic people. And to be
We
honest,
don't
like,
talk.
look,
Let's not talk about people here. Let's
no,
just
all
talk
right,
about
no,
I,
all
I,
right,
I
let's keep it friendly.
the most vulnerable thing what we saw on 8th of February, the women 8th of March, the women day, the most vulnerable thing I will say of my society, because I belong to that society.
Mhm.
Some women, they are protesting for the women rights, and some women, they are wearing burqas and everything, and they have Qurans in their hands, and slogans in their hands, and they are saying all bad words, all, like, you understand the bad street call girls, like what their slogans. So
Mhm.
they are saying to those women. Today I'm saying to I'm talking to one of my friend, and I'm saying, if woman is against the woman in this society, what would happen in this society? These kind of
Yeah.
incidents will get more and more. Last year they have burned 39 churches on 16th of August. This year, very last year on 14th of August, they tear down the clothes of a woman in a very like important place of Pakistan. So these kind of things is happening there, and women are against women. So how come we will say they are peaceful or they are respecting the woman? Is this kind of incident happening again and again, again and again, and their trajectory is very very fast now. If one incident happened today, in 2 or 3 months another incident happen, and 2 or 3 months any other incident happen. And I
Yeah,
personally
it keeps on persisting in time.
exactly
Yeah,
exactly
no, I get it. I
Yeah.
totally get it,
and
brother. Like, and
Jandy, I think Pakistan is one of the countries where people can be very sensitive when it comes to Islam and very triggered.
it's very aggressive. Like
it's
their
more
nature is like almost like they're defending this.
Hi.
It's like a hive mind. It's a hive mind for Allah, basically. You see what they do. It's like, you know, they defend Allah even if it costs to sin
they don't
against Allah.
defend Allah. Sorry brother, they don't defend Allah, they defend only Muhammad. All the slogans in
Oh,
Pakistan is Gustakhe Rasool ki saza, Gustakhe Rasool sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
yeah, Rasul Muhammad.
So,
No, no, no. Yeah,
yeah,
I get.
there
Oh,
is
then it's even worse because like
there is
Allah
no
say, do
even
not
one
make.
slogan for Allah.
Hi.
Mm,
Okay,
Yes.
let me take Marwa. Marwa, hi.
Hi, thank you. I have a question for Kes Bix. So you are
yes.
saying like Christians don't do that kind of things, but I can't remember you like Christians in the Inquisition. They killed a lot of people. Like they used to kill women,
I
like
know.
Oh,
both.
the Inquisition. Ah, you're talking about the Inquisition. Well, that's a different story because it was like
Why is
it
different
actually
story? I think the
because
problem
it
is not
was
about religion. The problem is the culture,
uh
because Christians also did a lot of damage and alive a lot of people in the past. It's not just
in the past, yeah, like yeah, in the past we Christians did not did it like you know they used Christ as a weapon. You see, like, but however, Christ never told to people die in war. Like for me, like kill for me. Yeah, die for me, but not kill, not to kill for him. Like, and
but
however, in
in the
Quran there
in
is
the
lots of verses. Hold on, sister. In the Quran there is lots of verses that actually do say to harm the infidels, and that's really concerning.
I have a answer for Sister Marwa, if you allow me.
yeah.
Mm.
And then
Okay,
we're gonna
Sister
close
Marwa.
this discussion, guys. You will say what you want to say, and then we will have to close this discussion between Muslims and Christians. And I have to go
Okay,
back to the topic of this live. Okay?
Okay.
okay, okay. If you do you want me to answer or not?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, please.
Okay. Okay. So, Sister Marwa, the thing is, you are saying the Christians are also doing it. Yeah, you are totally wrong. You are totally right. But you know, when the Christians are not fighting in Europe for the Christ, they are fighting with each other for the land. Who enter
Exactly.
in Spain and who enter in Spain and make it a Christian fight? Do you know the name of that person?
No.
Okay, so first go and search one of your Muslim Sahabi. I also forget the name. I think Umetab or like that. Sorry, I forget the name. But he entered in Spain from the Morocco side, and they burned their ships and they entered and they they won the Spain at
No,
that time.
the church in Spain, they used to
Yes.
burn woman, like just like if you have the
It's
red.
actually
Let's
untrue
guys,
No,
because
no, no.
No,
guys.
it's not
We're gonna need to go back to the topic of this live. I don't want it to be about this is between Christians and Jews. Thank you, Phil. I really appreciate it. Marwa, let me ask you this: Are you Muslim yourself?
I'm
you, Fiona.
Algerian. I born in a Muslim family, but I live in London by myself, and I understand what kind of
I'm
things you
so
say.
sorry for you.
But I'm Shia. I'm not Sunni, so I feel like sometimes Sunni they are a bit extremists, you know. So I feel like maybe it's not all the sects of the Islam they are like that, but yeah.
You have
Yeah.
the same Quran, Habibti. You have the same Quran. What are
The
you
same
talking about?
Quran, but is I never feel like my fathers never told me you have to put a hijab. They never like forced me to do nothing like against my will. I drink, I smoke tobacco. Like I think I'm a very free woman. I believe in God, but it's not. I think it's in the culture. Like it's not in the religion. The problem.
Marwa,
Allah Barik.
why do you want to stick with Islam? Quran has many verses that discriminate against women, stereotype women.
True. Well said, sister.
And
Well said.
either you are a Sunni or Shia, you're gonna still have to struggle with these verses.
But you know that it was written like 1,400 years ago. I understand your point, but later when you see like the scientific facts that they bring up in the Quran, you get shocked because
About beating women or about something else?
no, I understand what you say, like in the woman's part, okay, and I have the same issue with that. I have the same because I am with the rights of the woman. But when you see after, like in the Quran, is like the scientific facts, like about life, that it wasn't
Like
proven
what?
in that time.
Like
Can I
what?
give you? Can you?
Like the
Hold on,
If
hold
sun,
on,
like the moon, like
please,
the
hold on,
orbits,
please.
like the orbits in the sun, in the moon, or like the scientific facts, like of the chromosomes of the woman and the man. So
Chromosome
when
of the woman?
it's in the Quran, like it's 23 times writing in the Quran the word woman and the word man, and later you see like
And
it's scientific fact.
23 times, and you said that this means that
it's also even in the Bible, this.
the chromosome
It's
is
also even in
mentioned.
the Bible.
And Muhammad said
Kasky,
like
please.
we have like I don't know how many joints on the body, and you say like how he knows these kind of things, because in that time they don't know about these things, you know. So this is like a fight in my head, because you see like they say things they are correctly and we didn't know until now in like scientifically. You understand me? So
That's absolutely not true,
Sister,
Marwa. I hate to
Sister,
tell
I
you
have one
this.
question, if you allow me. After that, I'm going. Sister Marva,
yeah.
right now, sitting right now in front of the panel, I will accept Islam. But if you prove me one verse from the Quran about the namaz, or one verse from the Quran where Prophet is telling about the bones and joints of the body, or even the name of the father of Prophet Muhammad, if you just tell me right now, La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah, I will accept Islam. But if you don't do that, then you have to say sorry. Is it okay?
Yeah, I don't know the
I'm
verse.
challenging
Yeah,
you.
I just
I'm
read it.
challenging you because I have read the Quran. I forcefully, they asked me to read the Quran. I know the whole Quran. Okay, left everything. Just give me one verse from the Quran where it was written, you have to obey 5 times namaz. Don't worry about the woman. There are many verses about the woman where beating and throwing them and halala. You know halala, na? What is happening in halala. So there are many other things we can talk about. So, but left everything, Islam is very good, very peaceful, very innovative religion. So we have to do prayer 5 times a day. So it have to be proven from the Quran. Please give me one verse from the Quran. I give you 1 minute to Google and give me the verse from the Quran. But if you didn't do that, then you have to, for the whole, in
I am
front of
not a
whole panel,
scholar.
you have to say sorry about that. Huh?
No, I'm not saying sorry because I'm not a scholar, but I understand your point. But I now ask you to all of you this: all Abrahamic religions was years and years and years ago. It wasn't another culture, and it was. The problem is that now the cultures, Islamic cultures, they are taking advantage of something that was writing 1,400 years ago. But all, like
But it
Christians,
was
they also say like woman has to cover her head. All the Abrahamic religions, because it was writing long ago. It wasn't
okay, sister,
this movement
sister.
of women. It wasn't the rights of women in the world. Like just
Okay,
100
okay,
years ago, in all the world, all the husbands was beating his wives because he wasn't involved in the
okay.
daily
Give me one
basis.
verse now. One verse where it was written,
But why?
husbands
But
are
I
beating their
understand
wives.
it was writing.
Okay,
I
I tell now. I
understand
will
it.
give you one example. I will give you one example. Do you know Hinda? 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 Do you know Hinda?
Hindu.
Hindu
Ah,
no Hinda. Hinda.
Who's
no.
Hinda?
Hinda.
Hind.
Hinda is the woman who choked the heart of Prophet Muhammad, uncle
Hind,
Hamza.
Hind, not
Head.
Hinda.
Hinda.
Hind.
Okay. Hinda. So, sorry, in our language it was called Hinda. So, do you know about Khatija?
Yeah, the first woman
Okay.
of Muhammad. Yeah.
But you know, she was very poor and very, she was sweeping the, cleaning the streets of Makkah. Na? That's why Prophet Muhammad married him. Na?
Yeah.
So she was not rich. She was very, very poor. Na?
She wasn't poor. She was a businesswoman.
She was a businesswoman. So how come when Arabs are killing their daughters are in a very bad position. When their daughter born, they buried it down. Then how come this Khatija come out? How come then Prophet asked them to take four wives and many slaves around them? So it means the claim
About the
of
four
Prophet that
wives,
they
I repeat you. Now, woman can work. At that time, woman cannot work.
for
So,
your kind
I will,
information,
Jandy,
Prophet
Jandy,
two
I'm gonna
wives.
take it. Jandy, hold on. I will take it from here. Jandy, I want to thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you. But I will have to take this discussion with Marwa on my own. Thank you so much. Kaziv, also, thank you so much again for being here. I really appreciate you. Marwa, let's restart this. So you understand and
Thank you, Maria. Thank you.
you acknowledge yourself that Islam has a lot of problematic rules when it comes to women.
yeah.
And even if we say that these rules were established because the 7th century life was different, the problem is these rules are included in verses in Quran. Quran is timeless and people still apply them nowadays. If you take the family book of an Algerian man, Daftar al-Aili, after a man is married in Algeria, for example, there are 4 pages for him. 4 pages. First wife, second wife, third wife, 4 wife. Now, if a
Yeah.
woman in Algeria, and I'm giving you the example of Algeria because we are both Algerians.
Yeah.
If a woman in Algeria is the victim of domestic violence by her husband, and she go to the police to report him, the police is going to tell her, go and bring a medical certificate showing that you cannot move for 3 days. Otherwise, we will not take your complaint seriously. You have just to go back to your husband. This is because in Quran, in Islam, it says that the beating is only serious when it is severe.
Oh.
So this is why we talk about Islam, because Islam is still the foundation that they use to create the whole family law in countries like Algeria, Morocco, Egypt. For men, it's sometimes even worse because there's something called the kid belongs to the bed. الولد للفراش. A husband who is the victim of an affair between his wife and another man, he will be the father of the bastard or the kid who is the result of his wife cheating on him. And he has to give this kid his name and provide for him. Now, applying this rule now in Algeria and Egypt, الولد للفراش, the kid belongs to the bed of the husband. What are you going to do about this?
I understand your point because as you said, I always say to my mom an example like I will never marry an Algerian boy because I know how they are. But I think it's the problem in the culture, like, because okay, Islam is like that about woman, but I have the same issue with, like, I have the same questions in my head like you have it, you know. I understand that point, but later you don't believe in God, like you are atheist.
What's your point?
My point is, like, I'm asking you, like, you don't believe in God, like, at all.
Yeah, I'm an atheist agnostic.
Yeah, but in the Quran, like, is scientific facts, like, about.
But she asked you a different question just to respond to her.
You're going
Yeah,
somewhere else, Marwa. Stick with what
yeah,
we're talking
yeah.
about.
You're
Don't
right.
deflect.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, yeah. I know, because I know I have my family there, and these kind of things happen, and you didn't lie in what you say. But again, it's culture and men taking advantage of a
It's
religion.
not culture. It is actually religion. It's verses in Quran.
Patriarchal. You know, like, even in
And
Europe.
Quran is completely a patriarchy religion. It's a cult that is for men, for the pleasure of men, giving men the control of everything. Did Quran say anything nice, beautiful about women at all in Quran?
They say, like, an example, I'm not covered, but if a woman covers, it's because she's a diamond, like,
She's not no. You're not a diamond. In Islam, a woman is just a pussy. I hate to say it, I'm so sorry. You're just a private part. That's all. And they want to control this part. You're not a diamond, you're not gold, you're not even human.
Okay, I understand your point. I'm not going to bother you anymore, but I think all men are like that, Maria. It's not just Muslim.
No, men are victims of Islam too. You
No,
don't
because
get it. They are actually
Christians, they also act like that.
they are also victims of this religion. Men are forced to take their humanity away and not connect with women in emotional way or understand women at all, because Islam make them look at women as a thing, not
Yeah.
as an equal to them. A woman is lower, she's not as smart as you, you're the one who has to do this, you're the protector, and when you go fight with the prophet or in the name of Allah, we're gonna reward you, women who you can grape.
Yeah,
So
Maria, I
men
understand
are
that,
the victims of Islam too. If a man doesn't follow Islam, he will be a better human being.
of course, but
Of course. Why
I
are you following this
understand,
religion, Maro? Why are you doing this to yourself?
because I live, like, I see, like, maybe somebody is not Muslim, and you say, a Muslim man has to protect his woman. Yeah, but outside Muslim marriage, like, if you marriage like a Christian or somebody Latin American or somebody like is not Muslim, he will, like,
Why do you want
see
to marry?
you as
Marwa,
a.
life is not about marriage. They want you to think that you have to find a man and the man. No. Find yourself, find your purpose, be happy, be free, explore. Life is not only about giving your life and freedom to a man to control you and protect you. That's probably something that a woman will think about 500 years ago. But now, no. Do you really need to give up your life for a man, especially a Muslim one? I don't think so. You
Yeah.
deserve better. Marwa, thank you so much for being here. I
Thank you.
appreciate you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Salama Habiba.
Maria, was she saying that men who marry four women are taking advantage of the religion?
She said that it's culture.
It's culture.
I think she is like trying to be an apologist, but maybe do not have all the keys yet. But I want her to wake up. Like, come on. Come on. You're living in the West. You enjoy your freedom, the privilege. Understand that if you give up everything because you are a Muslim, you're done. There's no going back.
She has a long way to.
Maybe, I mean, it's her journey. I hope that she will dig deeper.
Long way
Zip,
to go.
there's something zipping close to you?
No, it's not me.
Zipilius? I think Zipilius.
I was about to mention a verse that allows men to marry 4 women, but she really doesn't know that verse. It's like the most famous verse in Quran.
Yeah, An-Nisa verse 3. Zipilius? Not only not only wives, but right hand possess also unlimited number. Zipilius?
Yeah, because it doesn't say. It says أو ما ملكت أيمانكم. It doesn't specify the number of milk al-yamin. It never specifies a number.
Yeah,
like for a lot of things in Quran, there's always specification when talking about women. But when it comes to ما ملكت أيمانكم, when it comes to right hand possess, it never gives a specification.
The number is open. You can take 1 million right hand possess. You can own 1 million right hand possess. It's possible. Okay, Zipilius, I'm not sure what's going on with your mic. Maybe you're awake. You're away, but I'm gonna take.
Hi, Maria.
But when you read it, Maria, when you read the verse, I don't know if it happens the same with you, but it gives me like the vibes of a mafia boss talking to his employees, like فَأَنْكِحُوا مَا طَابَ لَكُمْ. Go and marry anyone you want.
Yeah, talking to men about what they can have. Yeah, of course.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Zipilius, yeah.
Hi, Maria.
Hey. Are you Muslim?
This is the third time you ask me the same questions. I'm an ex-Muslim. I know that it is only for Muslim that can request. But since you're just to share some probably new perspective on the Ramadan itself.
Ramadan.
Hello, guys.
Ramadan.
Hello. Yeah.
Hi. So I've been listening.
Hummus,
sorry.
hold on.
Okay.
Zipilius is talking. Yeah, go ahead. So, Ramadan.
During the last time I was in your live, I did mention about the some astro-theology aspect of the Quran. Maybe you didn't remember, but this is also related to the topic that I mentioned just now, the Ramadan itself. There's a study that looking at the origin words of the Ramadan itself, and Ramadan is not even a name of a month. It's just a common noun that refers something else. But maybe it's a bit too long to elaborate on this. But one has to question from all other civilization, the cycle of year itself is always referred to the movement of Earth with respect to the sun. This is a common knowledge. You wake up in one morning, you have your first snow of the year, then the cycle move, and you have your summer and so on. You come back to the winter. That is your yearly cycle.
I'm not sure I'm following. I'm a little bit lost.
Yeah, you're a bit too slow, brother.
No,
Okay, the cycle of year.
maybe it's just a language barrier, but so you're saying that in every civilization it's a cycle. You're talking about the lunar year,
Solar.
the
When you
solar.
refer to year, it's always solar cycle.
But in Islam, they
That's why
use. The Islamic months are basically a lunar system. They look at the
this is
moon, and this is how they count. For example, if it's the
so
beginning of the month or the end of the month.
the Earth spin around the Earth in one cycle. You have 1 year. That is a definition for year. But if you
Right.
refer to moon alone and take moon as your object to count your yearly cycle, the number 12 is just an arbitrary number.
But it's not completed, of course, yeah. Yeah.
So you shouldn't count your year by referring to moon alone, because it doesn't make
Yeah.
sense.
How can we convince Muslims to do that? Not
Because
sure.
by right, if you take moon alone, so every time the moon spin around Earth, that is a year according to lunar cycle. You shouldn't count that as a moon, as a month. This is physics.
Oh, I
So
understand. I understand your point.
a year, according to, if you refer to a lunar cycle alone, it can be 1, it can be 2, it can be 1,000, because it makes no difference. Every how should I say it, cycle that humankind count, whether it is day, year, it is something that you can observe in nature. In nature, the day itself, you wake up, you have the sunlight, and then you have the night. You come back to the same cycle. That is you count as a day. Month, you observe the moon. Year, you always refer back to sun.
Yeah, and I'm reading here.
But year,
I'm reading
according to
here.
lunar,
So hold on. So the motion of the moon spinning around Earth, it's called lunar orbit, and it's approximately every 27.3 days. So if you calculate, it will never be the whole 365 days that we know. It will be less than
yes,
a year.
yes.
But we know that the Islamic calendar is is a lunar calendar. So every month is basically when the moon is starting, when the moon is fading away. I got your point, Zipilius. Do you want to add anything before I move on to the other guests?
That's about all for today.
Okay, thank you so much.
Of course, there are a
Appreciate it.
lot of other things that we can relate, but for the time being, I think it's enough.
Okay, thank you so much, Zipilius. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. All right. Samba is away, but Hummus? Hummus? You can unmute yourself.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah. Hummus, how old are you?
I'm 34
Okay.
and I'm a Muslim.
Okay.
Before you ask me, I'm just going to give you all the answers. I'm a proud Muslim.
Proud
And how
of
I
what?
got to Islam is by also reading books and learning about different religions, but also learning from my family and scholars.
Your family are scholars?
No,
Ah,
but scholars itself.
okay.
And I found that Islam is the most peaceful religion you can ever imagine and think of, and especially towards women. And I'll explain why.
Okay.
Do you believe that in every human being there is good and bad? forget. Let's just keep religion to a side. Do
Yeah.
you believe that in every human being there is good and bad, evil
Yeah.
and good?
Yeah, of
You
course.
do,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. So just because now I'm coming
Psychologically
back to
speaking,
Islam.
of course.
Okay. Now I'm coming back to Islam. Do you believe that just because it happens in Islam, it doesn't happen anywhere else?
What?
For example, let's say,
being good and bad, or what?
yes, being good or bad, or just let's say, let's just pinpoint
We're talking
one
about
thing is
humans, or we're
towards,
talking about
let's just say towards women.
clear your argument, please, because I'm a bit lost.
Okay, so when I was watching your live, there was a lot of people mentioning that Islam is very violent against women,
Yes, it is.
and that women don't have their rights and whatsoever. Now, if you look at what's happening around the world by non-Muslims towards women, what would you call that?
Criminal.
Criminal. What if it's done in the name of their religion? For example, Christianity.
Criminal.
Criminal. So it's the same thing as what happens when it happens to a Muslim woman, right? It's also criminal.
Everyone, and no exception.
Okay.
No exception.
Okay. So
when it happened in the name of Islam, it's criminal. When it happened in the name of any other religion, it's criminal.
Okay.
If Muslim women are victims, this is also criminal. If other women are victims, it's also criminal.
Okay. So why is it only that people point fingers at Muslim people or Islam and say, these are the bad people?
We never say that. We talk about Quran, not Muslims.
Yeah, okay, but Quran. Do you know that if I, for example, bring you the Bible, the Old and the New Testament?
So your argument is Howaboutism?
Sorry?
Your argument is Howaboutism?
How about? Sorry?
Howaboutism?
She's referring to whataboutism. You're just bringing up insignificant stuff to the argument to
No,
prove your
because
point.
no.
It doesn't matter. I clarify. It doesn't matter if it is Islam or another religion. It's still criminal.
It's still criminal, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
hummus. It's easy. If you prove that Christianity is brutal against women, that will make Islam peaceful towards women.
But who said that?
Just answer the question.
Okay, no, it won't. But who said?
Thank you.
But who said that Islam is saying things against women? Islam is the most peaceful thing towards women.
Let me show you.
Okay.
I will show him if you allow me, Maria.
But let me just mention one thing before you show me.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Yeah, continue.
Let me just show you.
Yeah. Go on. Finish your sentence, and I will go after you.
Before you show it to me, one thing: the Quran doesn't give you a clear understanding when you read it. You need a hadith for it, and you need a scholar to explain it. So by you explaining that you falsify the whole verse.
I totally agree with you. Finally, someone who I can speak with. Alhamdulillah.
Go ahead.
Maria, can you help me translate, please?
Yeah.
Okay. الرجال قوامون على النساء بما فضل الله بعضهم على بعض.
This is the 434, right?
Yeah. Men are in charge of more women in what Allah has preferred in ones over the others.
Okay.
Okay. وبما أنفقوا من أموالهم, and in what they, the women, spend from their money, from the money.
Okay.
With supporting them financially, basically.
Exactly. أنفقوا من أموالهم فالصالحات قانتات حافظات للغيب بما فضل
Righteous
الله.
women are devotedly obedient.
والتي تخافون نشوزهن فاعظوهن.
when you fear that they are not obedient to you, talk to them.
وهجرهن في المضاجع.
And do not share their beds.
واضربوهن.
If they persist, then discipline them.
فإن أطعكم فلا تبلغوا.
It's okay.
If they
I'm
change
stopping
their
there.
ways, do not injust of them. Surely Allah is most high, all great.
Okay.
Okay.
This is a verse. Yeah, go ahead.
Let's see what the scholars say. Who is this scholar? Do you know him?
No.
Ibn Kathir.
Do you know how they call him in Ahl Sunnah wal Jama'ah? The people of the Sunnah, how they call him?
I don't.
They
No.
call him Sheikh al-Mufassirin.
Okay.
He's the biggest Mufassir in the history of Islam. Alhamdulillah.
Who said that? Who said that? Who is they?
They, your scholars. He is the
No. Hold up. Don't say your scholars. Who is they?
Hummus. He is the favorite scholar of your favorite scholar. Do you have a favorite scholar? This is his favorite scholar. Okay.
Who said that's my favorite scholar?
No, you're not getting it. Like, let's say, for example, your favorite scholar is Ibn Baz. Ibn Kathir is Ibn Baz's favorite scholar. Do you get it now?
No,
Okay,
I don't get it.
So regardless, look, if you are Sunni, there are certain scholars who do the explanation of the Quran, the tafsir, and Ibn Kathir is one of the biggest. There is also Tabari, who is actually Shaykh al-Mufassirin, the head and the top of the Mufassirin, and Ahl Sunnah wal Jama'ah.
But I'm not
Sunni.
Sunni.
Yeah, that's fine. You're not a Sunni?
No, I'm not Sunni.
What scholars do you follow then?
You're Shia?
Yes.
You're Shia. Okay. In this case, we have to go to who is your Imam? Who's your Marja?
Sistani.
Sistani?
Yes.
Okay.
Do you know what does he say about this verse? I'm just curious.
Yes.
What does he say about it?
I'll have to get off my phone, but then the line will cut off. But since you have a computer, you can get it out.
I'll bring it up.
I'm trying to get it here. I have it in Arabic, but I'm not sure if. Okay, they are also talking about ad-darbu bis-siwak based on the al-kafi, basically beating the woman with the siwak.
Okay,
You know
but
what is a siwak?
But what explanation does it give about the siwak? What does it say about that particular part?
It doesn't say anything.
It should say it.
بالسواك. The beating is with the siwak.
No, it gives
بإسناده عن أبي بصير عن عبد الله في قوله ابعثوا حكما من أهله وحكما من أهلها. That's it. It doesn't say anything about how to beat them. It only says with the siwak.
Then you got the wrong part, because there is a clear.
No, I am here. المكتبة الشيعية Shia online library.
Right. There is a
تفسير الميزان الطبطبائي volume 4 page 349, and I'm reading the tafsir of this verse. And it's basically the same as in the Sunni. They are explaining that the woman need to be obedient to her husband. If she is not obedient, the verse is clear. The husband can beat her, and the beating should be done with the siwak.
Okay, but there is an explanation to that, and I'll explain to you in English.
But it's still abuse, don't you
No,
think?
it's not abuse. I'll tell you why it's not abuse. Because you're not hurting the woman at all.
You're hurting her emotionally, psychologically, and physically.
Words can hurt emotionally and psychologically.
Yeah, you're using intimidation to make her listen to you. That hurts.
Words
You're
can
using
hurt.
your power. You're raising your hand against her. That hurts. She will never trust you or love you again. She will fear you, yes, but she will never trust you or love you again.
So when you.
That's hurtful.
No, it's what do you think on parents spanking their kids when they do something
That's
bad?
wrong, absolutely wrong.
So do you think that's abuse?
That's abuse, 100%. And you should never do that with kids or with adults, especially
but-
not
But
with
in
your
Europe,
wife.
but in Europe, clearly it's considered not to be abuse.
It is abuse. If you go to the legal
But that's in
definition
your
of
but that's in your opinion,
no.
right?
Hummus, you're in the UK. I know the legal definition of domestic abuse in UK,
What is it?
where it says any kind of act or verbal abuse that can cause emotional, psychological, financial, physical damage to the victim.
Right. But what if it doesn't hurt the
It
kid?
doesn't matter. It will hurt. Who told you? If I beat you every day with a siwak, are you gonna be happy? Of course you will not.
Well, if it doesn't hurt, then I'll be happy.
It's not that you're not a donkey. You're a human being. You have
I know,
emotions. You're
but
living
here's-
with this person in the same house, so-called your husband. And this husband's supposed to be the one person who's supposed to make you feel safe and respected and loved. And he's the one who's going to be abusing you every day if you're not
Yeah, but-
obedient to him.
Yeah, but it depends on what you do that you
It
call
doesn't matter
abuse.
what you do. If things are not working with your wife, divorce. But I will not go and beat her with siwak or with anything. I will not want her to do that to you too. I'm talking from both sides. That's not healthy. It's gonna be toxic, very, very toxic.
No. I didn't say that this is something we should do. I mean, I've been married for a good few years now. I never laid a finger on my wife. She has very good treatment from me, and we're very happily married. So we're both Muslims and we both follow Islam. But to come to what you were saying earlier is that I'm trying to explain to you that when Islam is saying it, when whatever is written in the Quran has hadiths and explanations, and those explanations have not been explained well by you guys.
I have the Shia. I
Yeah.
have the Shia tafsir in front of me. Let's read it. If you
But
want, Maria.
do you understand that you need to be a scholar? in order for you-
Here's the tafsir of the
Yeah,
You
Shia.
need to be a
here's what
scholar.
he- here's what you don't
We are
understand.
reading
Wait,
together.
hummus.
We are reading
Hummus.
together.
Yeah, but this is not what
Do
you
I
don't
need
understand.
hummus?
Yeah,
Do
go
I
ahead,
need
go
to
ahead.
be a do I need to be a scholar to
Yes,
read the
yes, you do.
Come on, man!
you
Just
do.
let me finish
To
the
read.
question.
To read.
Oh,
Just
okay,
read.
go ahead.
Do I need to be a scholar to read what scholars explain? Like, in
You can
order
see
to
the anger problem of the atheist. Yeah, go ahead.
because if you don't let me finish a sentence,
This
I
is
will get
atheist
angry.
for you guys.
Yes,
Go ahead.
Hold
yes,
on.
we
Hold
don't
on.
have we don't
let
have
him
morals.
finish, please.
We don't have morals. No problem. Men are the maintainers of women because Allah has made some of them to excel others, and because they spend out of their property. The
Yeah.
good women are therefore obedient, guarding the unseen as Allah has guarded. And as to those on whose part you fear desertion, advise them and leave them alone in the sleeping places, and beat them. Then, if they obey you, do not seek a way against them. Surely Allah is high, great. A man asked Abu Ja'far, and I was in his presence. A man says to this is a Shia narration, by the way.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
A man says to his wife, your affairs are in your hands. He said, how can this be? Allah is saying men are the maintainers of women. This is with nothing, no effect. It has been narrated from the grandfather Al-Hasan bin Ali bin Abu Talib, saying, a number of Jews came to Rasulullah and asked him certain questions, and from what they have asked him was, what is the excellence of the man over the woman? So the Prophet said, like the excellence of the sky over the earth. Oh my God, brother. What the hell is this? And like the water over the earth, for the water revives the earth, and by the man the women are revived. And had it not been for the man, Allah would have not created the women. What the hell is this? Allah is saying men are the maintainers of women because Allah has made them. Some of them excel others, and because what they spend of their property. The Jew said, by which thing is like this. So the Prophet said, Allah mighty and majestic created Adam from clay and created Hawa, Eve, from his remains. And the first one who obeyed Adam was the woman. Allahu Akbar. So Allah mighty and majestic made them descend from the garden and explained the excellence of the man over the woman in the world. Have you not seen the... Am I reading how should I treat my employees or how should I treat my wife? What the hell is this? Have you not seen the women, how they menstruate, and it is not possible for them to worship due to the filth? And the men are not affected with anything from the menstruation? The Jew said, you have spoken the truth, O Muhammad. It has been narrated regarding the meaning, and leave them alone. It has been reported from Abu Ja'far saying, he turns his back on her. And regarding the meaning and beat them, it has been reported from Abu Ja'far having said, it is the beating with the toothbrush, symbolically. This is the explanation of the full verse, okay?
It's very diminishing, by the way. It's worse than what I was thinking. Explaining that women... Yeah, that's worse. It's bad.
I think it's actually worse than the Sunni interpretation. It's actually worse.
It's not, because there is scholars that give an explanation to on how that works. Okay, clearly you don't know what the explanation is. So of course, first of all,
read it together. I mean,
yes, you read it, but you read it in English. Okay, do you know how?
I speak Arabic. He speaks Arabic.
Okay, but why do you need to study the Quran if the Quran was so easy to read?
So
can you just answer my question?
You want to find a way to make us think that what we read
it's not
doesn't
finding a
mean
way.
what it means.
It's not finding a way. It's not. This is how
it's
it
there.
is.
I mean, you can refer
Why
to it. It's very
people...
diminishing and disrespectful to women. What Muhammad said about women being lower and men being higher. And
how many Muslims are in this planet?
Maria, you must leave now. Barcelona will play. Sorry.
Okay. Good luck.
Have a good one.
How many Muslims are on this planet?
55 billion.
Let's just say that as an example.
2 billion, almost 2 billion.
Almost 2 billion. Are you trying to say that every Muslim man here is beating their woman?
No, we are talking about a verse. We just talk about the tafsir. Do you agree with what your imam says in this explanation? Do you look at women as a creature who's filthy and not equal to you and needs to be obedient and deserve to be beaten?
Let me tell you something. If I read it just like exactly how everybody reads it, no, I wouldn't agree with that. Okay, but there is an explanation to that, and that's what I'm trying to say to you. This is the problem with the people. They think because
we need the tafsir of the tafsir of the tafsir.
Yes, there is scholars who give.
So we need double tafsir.
What's your name? Sorry, Maria. Listen, there is explanations to every verse in the Quran, including the hadiths. Okay, and this is something that you know. If I was to pull up now the Bible with the Old or the New Testament.
I'm not Christian.
There is, but I'm just saying because Islam is the topic now. But if I pull out the Bible, okay, there is the weirdest verses about testicles and young kids and
what about
all
testicles?
sorts of things.
Excuse me, if the topic is about Islam, why are you going to Christianity?
I'm just trying to give a comparison to what is exactly going on in other Bibles.
It's still bad. So it's still bad. I don't follow any religion.
Yes,
and my question to you, since you said that's very peaceful for women, we just shared something, and this is only one verse. We didn't even go to the verses of slavery and right hand possess and how a man can rape a woman who is his slave. We did not even go there. We're just talking about relationship between a man and his wife. And this is already very problematic. And we already saw that Islam doesn't respect women, is not peaceful with women, and doesn't look at them as an equal to men.
And what did I just respond to you? I said to you, if I read it just exactly...
You need the tafsir of the tafsir. You need
another
and like layer of explanation.
Yes, and like I said to you, there are scholars who give explanations on how that happens. Do you know that a woman in Islam has the best treatment?
We just proved that she has the worst treatment ever.
No, this is not a proof. This is not a proof.
This is
You
your
can prove,
scholars.
no. You can prove that by giving a scholar's explanation, okay? Because at the end of the day, all Muslims, they go by but they go by scholars' explanations and tafsir, right?
So what do you want? You want
So
Muhammad
you
himself to come back and clarify this?
no. I'm saying scholars. I'm not saying the prophet.
But all of them agree on
You're
the
clearly
same
not listening,
thing.
and
On the Sunnah sect and on the Shia sect, it looks like all of them agree on the
it
same thing.
looks
They
like
agree that
it's
women
not.
are not as smart as men and they need to be obedient, and therefore the husband can beat her.
You're saying it looks like, but it's not. Okay, and I'm just explaining to you why it's not. But it's you seem like you just don't want to take that information in and believe in it.
I'm taking notes.
Because if we are all so religious, and let's say 1 billion, not 2 billion Muslims, let's say 1 billion of those Muslims are not religious, okay, and 1 billion is, then everybody is gonna be their wife, aren't they?
But you think that they don't? A lot of Muslim men do. But unfortunately, Muslim women do not have the support system to go and talk. They think that he's entitled to do that.
No, I disagree with you on that.
It's not. These are facts. You probably
They are not
never.
facts. Show me where.
Did you ever
Show
sit
me
with
where.
victims of the domestic
Okay.
violence
Okay.
from
So if you want to go on
Muslim
facts,
communities? You
okay.
probably never sat with a woman, a Muslim woman, who is a victim of domestic violence.
Maria, I'm a man of. I'm 34 years old. I grew up all my life with Muslims, Europeans. I've lived in the Netherlands. I saw the Muslims there and the Europeans. Okay, so don't say that you probably never grew up with people that. There is domestic violence in every religion.
100%, everywhere. But I was asking
everywhere,
you,
okay?
did you
even
were you
atheists.
ever curious?
Sorry?
Were you ever curious to go and talk to, there are organizations, non-profit organizations run by Muslims everywhere in the world who actually take care of Muslim women who are victims of domestic violence. Were you ever curious to go and sit with them and listen to them for like 15 minutes?
Yes, of course, but
You did?
not domestic violent places, but with sheikhs and scholars, and questions have been asked. Of course, as a Muslim, you ask a lot of questions
Yeah.
because you want to know. But here's the thing. I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying. Yes, it happens, but it also happens with atheists. It also happens with Christians. It also happens with Buddhism and
And you know why Islam is a problem? Because it validates domestic violence. It gives a
doesn't.
green light for the
It doesn't.
husband to do it. We just
doesn't.
read the verse. We just read the tafsir of the Sunni and
You
the
read-
tafsir of a Shia.
You read something in English out
And you
without
don't
a
want.
scholar's
I
explanation.
read it in Arabic. I am an Arabic speaker.
Yes,
أنا
without a
أتكلم
scholar's
العربية.
explanation.
بحكي عربي.
MashaAllah, good. But you still explained it without a scholar's explanation. And this is
We
why I'm
just
telling you.
read the scholar
Because-
explanation.
No, because the scholar's explanation is completely different, okay?
Hummus, this
to-
looks more like hummus
And falafel?
and falafel
Yes.
with denial together, like
No.
the three of them in one plate.
No, because this is not true. So why should I sit there and be like, okay, yeah, you're actually
I
right.
don't
It's
think
not
what
true.
else I can show you
It
to
is
make
not
you
true.
face the reality that in Quran it's
This is
allowed
not
to
the
beat
real
a
reality,
woman.
and that's what I'm trying to explain to you. If this was reality, trust me, all women would have a miserable life.
They do, unfortunately.
They don't. They don't. My wife is a very happy woman.
Well,
She's
your
got my-
personal experience is
She's got
irrelevant.
control. She's got control of all my bank accounts, and she gets whatever she wants, and she goes wherever she wants to go. Okay, we have
I
a
want to
mutual
be friends with
understanding.
her.
We have a mutual understanding. Okay, we respect each other. If we have an argument, we
Right.
sort it out while speaking. Okay, and we're proud Muslims. Okay, and there is plenty.
Hummus, we disagree on this point, and you don't want to face the reality. That's fine, but how about slavery thing in Islam.
Which slavery?
Slavery, right hand possess.
Explain.
So in Islam, it's allowed to take women as slaves. I mean, boys and men too. How come?
Where did you get that from?
From Quran.
Read it out for me.
Al-Mu'minun
But my
verse.
answer, before you read it out, because I know
You're
what
gonna
this is
answer
going to.
before even I read anything?
Yes. Because like I said to you again, reading it out in English has a different meaning, and you
I'll
need
read
the
it in
scholar's
Arabic. How about
explanation.
that? I read
Go
it in
ahead.
Arabic.
Go ahead.
So it's Al-Mu'minun verse 5 and 6. والذين هم لفروجهم حافظون
Can you show on the
إلا
screen,
على
please?
أزواجهم أو ما ملكت أيمانهم. Those who are safeguarding their private part except from their wives and right hand possess. Thank you, Wolf. So right hand possess are basically women who are your slaves. You don't need to marry them, and you can have sex with them anytime you want.
You're breaking up. Repeat that again.
So in this verse, chapter Al-Mu'minun, verse 5 and 6, is talking about how a man can have sex with his wives and his right hand possess. Right hand possess are women, slaves.
Okay, and what's the explanation with that?
I just gave it to you. You can
There's
also
no
refer to
explanation
your
to that, no.
scholars.
Okay, can you just quickly go on check on Google? Where does the verses in the Bible, and have a read of what it says about.
Why I had to go and check the Bible if we are not discussing Christianity?
Because, like I say to you again and again and again, there are explanations to every
You
single
are
verse
using
in the Quran.
howaboutism a lot. Hummus, you're using howaboutism a lot. It doesn't matter if slavery exists in Judaism or Christianity or Hinduism. It is still bad. It is still crime.
Okay,
I'm
but what I'm
asking
saying,
you as a Muslim, as someone who follows Islam, why do you accept to follow religion that allows people to take other people as a property, especially women, and have sex with them out of marriage?
where do you see that happening now?
It happened in Mauritania. It happened in Algeria by the Front Salvation Army. It happened by Boko Haram. It happened by ISIS. It happened by Al-Shabaab in Somal. It happened by Hamas.
Okay,
You need more?
all the names that you have mentioned right now, okay, how many Muslim people support them
A lot.
or agree with them?
A lot.
Do you say the majority of them?
No, not the majority, but a lot.
Thank you so much. That's your answer there for you.
Yeah, but they use Quran.
That's your answer there
They
for
use
you.
Quran. So Quran is allowing them to do that.
They use all sorts of things in this world.
No,
Okay.
I am telling. I'm asking you.
and-
I'm asking you, regardless of the practice, why do you accept to follow religion where the words of Allah, Quran, is allowing slavery and sex slaves?
Those are not the words of Allah.
Maybe you need to go and do more research about what is right hand possess.
No. Maybe you need to do more research.
I
Those are not
already
the
did,
words.
and I already left Islam. Thank God. Alhamdulillah. Ya Rabb, alhamdulillah.
Well,
I left it
ma-
because I don't want to
well, maybe one day
flush
when
my
you seek the
humanity in the
truth,
toilet.
maybe one day when you seek the truth, you'll inshallah go back to Islam and see
Hummus,
that
why
Islam
don't
is the
you
most,
are you
most
gonna take
beautiful religion
initiative
in this
and
world.
go and read about it? Maybe
I sorry, but I don't learn from you. You're not a scholar.
not
Okay.
from me, but I told you, like, you're gonna take initiative and like go read about what is right hand possess in Islam.
Sure, of course. Why not?
Yeah, if you find that right hand possess are sex slaves, would
Yeah.
you leave Islam? Would you stay as a Muslim?
I would leave Islam.
All right, this is in front of over
Okay.
500 people
And
here.
and I promise you, okay, I will go to my scholar with this one, okay, and I will have this on video, okay, and get the explanation of exactly what that meaning is, okay, and get back to you.
All
But
right.
if that is not true, would you go back to Islam?
Inshallah. Inshallah.
Inshallah. That's
Inshallah.
good.
All right, I'm gonna wait for you, Hummus. Thank you.
All right. Welcome to Islam.
Welcome to atheism. Inshallah, you're gonna say the shahada of atheism here, right here.